waiting for, oops, something, the thing disappeared. Sorry. Oh, look, Mila's here on the bed, hanging out in the camper. This is our second of 3 weeks at the campground for our weekend camp and store experience. And the weather's been great today. Tomorrow, I think it's just going to be a little windy. I don't think it's going to be bad at all, but we'll see. And I've got a couple projects for you tonight. I think yes, for those of you who are wondering and haven't seen some of my Facebook posts, um, I am sporting a shiner. It's definitely getting into the yellow stage now. Definitely crushed curry, um, but it's getting better. I tripped over something at work last Sunday and crashed to the floor, and my glasses kind of dug into me, and it was a big thing. This is nothing compared to the bruise that is on my hip. It is so bad. But anyway, it's just a fun story now. And it didn't really hurt at the time. It hurts a little bit more now, but it didn't really hurt at the time. Anyway, I think I've given some people some time to get on. Hi, Sheila, and I saw Betty on there too. So welcome, welcome. And tonight, the weather is definitely feeling fallish. It's a little bit cooler. The leaves really aren't changing color too much here. They're just starting. I suspect that next week there'll be a lot more color on the trees. But for right now, the colorful leaves are going to be on my project. So we're going to get started. Let me turn you down. By the way, my son and my husband are also here. Sorry, somebody called me. So they didn't want to be on camera, so I respected their privacy and didn't put them on camera. We're going to be working two different note cards today. So one are the Whisper, are the basic white note cards. So they come 20 in a pack with envelopes, and they're already pre-scored for you. So you can just fold on that. And let's see if I have my, I think I might have left my, yep, I left my bone folder at home. So we'll just have to thumb it. All right, so that's what we have. Now this project could not be simpler, but before I get started, I want to show you some of the new paper that I just got. And if you hear some strange noises, that's my son. He's trying to be quiet. So these have been cut down already, but they are 12 by 12 sheets when they come. And this is the new tartan foil. These are online exclusives. Stampin' Up! Originally was going to have a celebration in the summer, and it just, it didn't pan out for a few reasons. And so they decided, but they'd already ordered this stuff, so they decided to offer it as online exclusives. This is the side I really love. And so you get 2 of each sheet, Copper Clay, Lost Lagoon, and Pebbled Path. So a really, really nice color combination for fall. So that's one set of papers. I ordered a couple other ones. They had a couple other, let me show you. So they had this right here, which is gold, and let's see if I can get in. There's also a silver. But what makes this unique for glimmer paper is it's already got an adhesive backing on it. So that makes for great projects where you don't have to add anything extra to the back to get it to adhere. So I think this is going to be popular, especially for Christmas. And then there was another Christmas, there were a couple, 2 other Christmas DSPs. I only got one of them. The St. Nick one, I just didn't get because, you know, you can only use so much of this stuff. And then it becomes hoarding. So I wanted to just see how it went. And the colors in this are Cherry Cobbler and Mossy Meadow. And so it's also a foil design. I don't know if you can pick that up on the camera. I think you can. So one side is foiled and the other side is not. So we've got Christmas presents with another Cherry Cobbler design on the back. We've got some stripes, which are always popular around this time of year, with some Cherry Cobbler Christmas lights on the back. And then we've got this beautiful argyle that's foiled with ornaments on the back and cherry cobbler. And then you've got, of course, the greenery. It's so popular. And cherry cobbler. And then you've got a little, this is a foil with a background of mossy meadow and candy canes and little hearts. I don't know if you can see that, with some cherry cobbler on the back. So all the back is cherry cobbler. So if you love cherry cobbler, this is going to be a great Christmas one for you. I do love cherry cobbler for Christmas. So I can see me doing a lot of my 13 days of Christmas. I can see a lot of projects being made with this. Which that starts in October. I got to get my act together and actually figure out what I'm going to be doing for then. Don't I? Anyway, for tonight, we're going to be using the Autumn Leaves set, bundle actually. And this has some nice little sayings. I'm thankful. Autumn teaches us that change can be beautiful, which I think is a great, great saying. And with a grateful heart. And then for inside sayings for like tagline sayings on the front, for all you do today and every day, or to have you as a friend. And then it's just some leaves, some maple leaf and oak leaf, some kind of leaf, I don't know. And the veins that go with it. And also, what is my favorite part about the bundle are the dies. So we've got lots of dies, and what makes this one extra great is that there are 2 of these maple leaf dies and 2 of these oak leaf dies. And they look the same, but they're not. They're not quite, because there's a slight bend in them. So this one leans to the right, top right, and this top leans to the left. And you can see with the maple leaves, the stems, they're also kind of going in different directions too. Very subtle. In fact, I didn't notice it until yesterday. But we're going to start with these maple leaves. And I'm going to bring in some pieces of that tartan foil. I brought my baby boss with me. So my baby Stampin' Cut and Emboss. And let me get my plates out that I need for that. So I need, and I happen to, for my machine, I find that instead of the white base plate, this light gray one works best. And because there are 2 of these leaves, I can cut 2 at a time. So I'm just going to put those on there. And put the top on. And wheel this through. Camping table, pretty shaky. Sorry. And then I'm going to get my take your pick tool.
Sad news.
Matthew's apparently talking about some sad news, in case you didn't hear that. And I just take my little take your pick tool and poke through those holes to release those. Sometimes they come out and sometimes they don't. Sometimes dropping them helps. I find that this paper it gets wedged in there pretty well. I've already gone ahead and die cut one of those, because once you've seen me run it through there, you don't really need to watch me do it again, I don't think. So I'm going to bring back my card base. Let's see, where did I put it? Right over here. And I'm going to arrange these leaves. This is just a really simple card. You can make a lot of these. Now remember, the note cards come 22 a pack, so you can really make a lot of these very quickly. Let's see, if I just arrange those like that, and then I can put this third one right over the top and maybe pop that up. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. So let's go ahead. I'm going to just use my liquid adhesive here. It is my adhesive of choice, although honestly I really do like the Stampin' Seal as well. Got a little glue coming through there. So on these leaves there are some grooves that do get die cut too. So the glue can squeeze through those. So I try to be a little careful. That first bit came out pretty fast. Let's see, it's about the same height, I think. And then I'm going to take a dimensional. I think I'm going to put 2 on here, so I might even put 3. I really want this pretty stable. I probably don't need a full-size one. So, sorry about that. So Matthew's with us because he felt more comfortable coming with us based on the forecast, which I'm trying not to talk about for what probably is obvious reasons. If you're watching this, you know what I mean. And so let's see, we're just gonna put this right over the top here. So there's another leaf. And now we just need a sentiment. So I'm gonna grab that with a grateful heart, I think. And let's see, that is this one right here. Fortunately I grabbed a block last minute. I didn't grab my real blocks. These are the ones that come in the paper pumpkin. So I just lost this tip to that. I'm going to grab my Lost Lagoon ink. All right, and then we're just going to, I'm going to just stamp that right over here to the right. And so we have just a really, really quick and easy card. That didn't take any time at all. And I just love the clean and simple nature of it. Just really, really, you know, easy. This one, a little bit different. I put that middle leaf a little higher, and I put my saying over a little bit more. So there is some variation. It's just a matter of what you like. So that's one card. Very quick. Now, the next card, I'm going to bring in the craft note cards, which come with its own box. Again, it's a pack of 20. Comes with, you make the box, by the way. Directions are in it. And it comes with envelopes as well. I'm just going to get the card base out. I've already gone ahead and I have die cut 3 of these leaves from the copper clay tartan foil. At home, when I was prepping for a class that was supposed to be tomorrow, but I postponed, probably for no reason, and I'm not very bitter about that at all. Wink, wink. It was my choice, and you know, it's fine, but it's looking like I didn't really need to do it, but you only know that kind of in hindsight. So I already had some adhesive sheet attached to this because of another project I was creating for. So I had some left over. So I'm going to bring in I'm going to bring in the veins for the oak leaf. So this die, and I'm going to use it as a branch instead of as veins that it's intended to be. And I'm also going to bring in a little piece of Lost Lagoon. I'm just going to cut this down. We don't need the whole thing there. I'm going to bring in my early espresso. Now, because I only brought 1 block with me, I'm going to need to clean that first. So I got my chamois. That's very easy to travel with because I don't need to bring my mist. I just need to get some water out of the sink. All right, we'll put this stamp away, and I'm going to use a different saying. I'm going to use that other saying that I loved, the, you know, with autumn shows us that change can be beautiful, whatever that saying was. I'm going to bring that one in. And let's go ahead and ink this up in early espresso. I'm going to try to center that because it is a fairly small piece. I want to make sure my die fits on there. If not, I've got more Lost Lagoon and I can stamp again. So you guys may be commenting and I can't see them because my setup at camp is a little bit different, but I'll go back and look. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll go back and look and I will answer them. In this set of dies, let me show you a couple things. So there are a couple of label dies. We're going to use this one because it fits that nicely. But then there are these two dies right here that are commonly called filler dies. They're not in a particular shape, you know, that would go around a stamp or cut a stamp out. But these will just put some, basically holes. It's just adding some texture to your project. So that's what those two do. Let's see if I put this on here. Yep, that's gonna fit. I'm just gonna hold this down with a little piece of washi tape. Let me see if I can get that straight in there. I think that's pretty good. And we're gonna bring back my this die here, and bring back my baby boss. So we can cut this all out. All right. So I really do prefer the large Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine because I can do full-size folders with it and I can die cut more at once. But it does not travel as well. It takes up a lot more space. So this does have an advantage there. I'm gonna put that right over the top and run that through. And wiggle, wiggle, wiggle on the table. So this one, and this is usually the case too when you've got the adhesive sheets on it, usually it stays in there and you have to, you know, because there's a little sticky that oozes, and it just stays in there. So we've got that little branch, which you can't see very well when it's on this table. I'm going to very carefully peel my washi tape away. That's a well-used washi tape, so it wasn't about to tear anything anyway. All right, now let's see. I think I'm ready to assemble my card. So let's get this out of the way. Bring back my base because I almost put that away. I'm going to start with this branch in the background, and I had a little space in between my adhesive sheet pieces. Now we're going to take that and let's stick that down right here. Much easier and neater than using glue. I'm going to put some glue on the back of this, just some dots. Doesn't take a lot. It's hard to see on the white where my glue is, but let's see. Let's put that one right about there. I kind of know how this is going because I've made the card already, because I had to post a picture of it to tease you and get you to tune in. So this is gonna go about right here. I'm gonna take one of my other leaves . And I'm going to stick that, it's going to be under here. So that's just going to be peeking out the right side. All right. We're going to mount this. So let's put some dimensionals on here. Ah, it's stuck to the sheet. Doesn't want to come up. There we go. All right, take the backings off. All right. Let's see. Something like that, I think. That looks good. I've got one more of these, and I'm going to put this over so it comes over the top. Now, this Lost Lagoon piece is, remember, raised with dimensionals. So if I glue this edge here, this wants to stand up, but it's going to bend down if there's nothing underneath it. So I'm going to put a dimensional over here. And I will glue. Now see, that's gonna, this one needs to, this little leaf side over here should attach right there. And I probably don't have to attach it there. I just feel like it gives it a little bit more stability. So there's that. And now I think all we need to do is add some of these beautiful Neutrals adhesive backed sequins. If you watched my Tune In Tuesday class from this past Tuesday, you know that if you place an order of $50 or more in my online store by tomorrow night, you will not only get the supplies to make the cards from Tuesday, but you'll get a package of these beautiful gems. Well, let's see where we're gonna put these here. I'm not gonna put them down too hard because, you know, I almost always change my mind and figure out I need to put them somewhere else. Let's see. Let's try a darker one. Now, something's, I don't really like this placement, and here's why, because they're almost in a line, and you really want it to be triangular in nature. So let's move this down a little bit over here. And I'm going to move this up a little bit. And so now we have a little bit more of a triangle. And there is our card. Pretty simple. It is 7:52. I took a bunch of time to talk about where I was, what I was doing, showed you my black eye, showed you some designer series paper, 3 different kinds, and made 2 cards all in 22 minutes. So I think that's a testament to how quick and easy and cute. Look how cute these cards are. So this, my prototype, you can see I had a little bit different placement. So the leaf came out a little bit more, and I put these down here and that one up there. So, you know, again, you just play with it. It looks pretty much the same, but they're not identical. So which one is your favorite? Remember, I've got my 30 days of gratitude that I'm trying to store up cards for. So look, here's 4 more to add to my collection. I'm well on my way to having 30 for November. I probably have close to 20 done now, so I'm in good shape. Let me turn you around for just a little bit. Gotta remember, try not to get my family in it. So hold on. All right, there we go. Here I am. So here's the dog. Mila, what are you doing? That's Mila, by the way. Isn't she cute? She's adorable. She's a good girl. She also shares Matthew's anxiety about weather, so that's why she's with us as well. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me. If you have questions, remember you can make a comment. I will go back and see them. And sorry, you got dog butt in your face. Sorry. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. You know what? I think tomorrow's going to be a great day to stay inside and stamp. So have a great weekend, and I will see you soon.